Have you ever looked at the clock at 3:27 a.m.? Again? Lying there wide awake, your heart just a little too fast, your mind whispering things you can't quite name. You pull the blanket up, hoping it's just a phase, but night after night it returns. What if I told you? Waking between 3 and 5 a.m. isn't random. It could be your body gently asking for attention, about your health, your emotions, even your peace of mind. This happened to Evelyn, 68, from Oregon. At first, she thought it was just aging, but after 5 small changes, her nights became calm again. Stay with me, especially tip number 4. Most people skip it, but for Evelyn, it changed everything. And hey, if you've ever stared at the ceiling at 3 a.m., give this video a like. Let's show we're not alone in this. So let's start with the first and most important shift. Don't fight to fall back asleep. Adjust your reaction instead. You probably know the pattern. You wake up. You check the clock. It's 3:11 a.m. You sigh, roll over, close your eyes, and start bargaining. If I fall asleep now, I can still get 4 hours. Okay, maybe 3. But the more you try, the more your mind wakes up. Evelyn used to do this too. I'd count backward from 100, she told me, and still end up at 3:45, wide awake and more frustrated than before. What most people don't realize is that the act of forcing sleep actually increases stress, which raises your cortisol levels, the very hormone that's designed to keep you alert in moments of danger. So the more you push, the more your body resists. It's not stubbornness, it's just biology. According to Dr. Sarah Mednick, a neuroscientist and author of The Power of the Downstate, sleep is not something you can command, it's something you allow. And one of the best ways to allow it is to stop resisting the moment you're in. So here's what to do instead. As soon as you realize you're awake, don't panic. Don't even reach for your phone. Just sit up slowly, keep the lights off or low, and take 3 deep breaths, in through the nose for 4 seconds, hold for 7, out through the mouth for 8. This 4-7-8 breathing pattern was popularized by Dr. Andrew Weil, and studies show it helps slow the heart rate, calm the nervous system, and activate the parasympathetic response, your body's natural rest and digest mode. It's like flipping a switch from alert to ease. As you breathe, whisper this simple truth to yourself. It's okay to be awake. My body is safe. Sometimes just giving yourself permission to be where you are is enough to release the tension. Then if your mind is still active, don't suppress it. Write it down. Keep a small night thoughts notebook beside your bed. Whatever is spinning in your head, ideas, worries, random to-dos, just jot it down without judgment. Evelyn started doing this, and within a week, she noticed something remarkable. The more I let my mind speak on paper, the quieter it became afterward. Even some of history's greatest minds, Leonardo da Vinci, Benjamin Franklin, used these early morning hours for reflection and creativity. They didn't see waking up as a problem. They saw it as a window. And maybe tonight, so can you. Now let's talk about something that seems so simple, yet is often completely overlooked: hydration. If you've ever woken up with a dry mouth, restless legs, or that strange hot from the inside feeling, almost like your body's overheating without breaking a sweat, it might not be anxiety. It might just be dehydration. Evelyn once said, I realized I hadn't had a sip of water since dinner, and my legs just wouldn't relax. They felt jittery, like they were trying to run a race I didn't sign up for. The truth is, while we sleep, we lose fluids through breathing and even through the skin. And as we age, our sense of thirst becomes less reliable. That means you can be mildly dehydrated and not even realize it, until your body wakes you up to say, hey, I need help here. According to the National Sleep Foundation, even mild dehydration at night can increase your heart rate and elevate body temperature, both of which make it harder to stay asleep or fall back asleep once you're awake. So here's what you can do. Keep a small bottle of warm or room temperature water on your nightstand, not cold. Cold water can actually shock your digestive system and stimulate your body when what you need is calm. Add a slice of lemon or a pinch of unrefined sea salt. Just enough to replenish the electrolytes your body naturally loses overnight. If you prefer something cozier, try a calming herbal tea. Chamomile or lemon balm tea are perfect choices. Evelyn now keeps a little thermos by her bed and sips from it gently when she wakes. She told me, it feels like I'm giving my body a warm hug from the inside. Small habits like this may seem too simple to matter, but sometimes it's the smallest shift that creates the biggest ease. Now let's go a little deeper, beyond the physical, into what your heart might be holding at 3 in the morning. There's a fascinating idea in traditional Chinese medicine. Between 3 and 5 a.m. is considered the lung time, connected not just to breath, but to grief, sadness, and unprocessed emotions. It's the hour of quiet reckoning. When everything else is still, your inner world begins to stir. Evelyn shared something with me that stopped me in my tracks. I'd wake up thinking about my son, she said. A conversation we never finished, a silence between us that still felt heavy. And then she added softly, it wasn't insomnia, it was unfinished emotion. That moment stayed with me, because maybe you felt it too, waking up not just in the body, but in the soul. If that's you, here's something gentle you can try. Don't analyze, just allow. Reach for that notebook by your bed and write down the first 3 things that rise to the surface. They don't have to make sense. You don't even have to read them again. The act of putting thought to page creates release. It tells your brain you've been heard. Then take a slow, steady breath, and another, 5 in total. With each exhale, imagine yourself letting go, like steam rising from a teacup, like fog lifting from a lake. And as you breathe, whisper softly, I release what no longer serves me. There's a reason this works. Studies in cognitive behavioral therapy have shown that naming emotions reduces their intensity, and even short journaling moments can lower cortisol and help regulate mood. It's not woo-woo. It's neuroscience and compassion working hand in hand. So I wonder, has a memory ever woken you up like that? Something small or something that's lingered for years? If you feel comfortable, share it in the comments. Sometimes writing it down here is the first step to letting it go. And someone else might read your words and feel a little less alone. Let's give our hearts the space they never knew they needed. Even in the quietest hour of the night, sometimes when you can't fall back asleep, the instinct is to stay perfectly still. You lie there, eyes closed, hoping your body will just give in. But what often happens instead? Your shoulders tense, your legs feel heavy, your jaw clenches without you even noticing. The longer you lie there, the more your body resists rest. This is a common mistake, and one Evelyn made for years. I thought the key was lying still, she told me, but my body felt like it was stuck in a slow panic. The truth is, when you're lying awake for more than 10 or 15 minutes, your nervous system starts to loop in alert mode. The fix? Gentle movement, just enough to reset the system, to shift your body from tension to calm. I call this the 1-minute sleep reset. No equipment, no getting out of bed, just you, and a few slow, intentional motions. Start by softly turning your head from side to side. Slow, smooth rolls. Feel the stretch in your neck where so much tension hides. Then shrug your shoulders up toward your ears. Hold for a count of 3 and let them drop with a sigh. Do this 2 more times. Feel how your upper body starts to relax. Next, if you're sitting on the edge of your bed, gently fold forward. Let your arms hang down toward the floor. No effort, just gravity helping you release the day. Stay there for a few breaths, then slowly come back up. Now lie back and give your legs a little shake. 10 to 15 seconds. Nothing vigorous. Just enough to move the energy around, to tell your body, we're safe. You can settle now. And finally, bring your attention to your hands and feet. Rub your palms together. Then cup your feet in your hands if you can, and gently rub them too. These warm contact points, rich in nerve endings, send signals to your brain that comfort is here. Why does this work? These soft grounding movements activate the parasympathetic nervous system, what scientists call the rest and digest state. It slows the heart rate, calms the breath. It's the opposite of fight or flight. As Evelyn said, I used to think I needed more sleep. Turns out I just needed better sleep, and sometimes that starts with moving just a little. If you're watching right now, maybe even try one of these motions with me. Just roll your shoulders or stretch your neck gently. See how your body responds. And when you're done, tell me, what part of your body holds the most tension when you can't sleep? Neck? Back? Legs? Leave me a comment. You might help someone else recognize their own pattern too. The body knows how to rest. Sometimes it just needs a little help remembering. And now, we come to something surprisingly powerful. Something you might already have access to, but never fully realize the impact it can have. Sound. When you wake up at 3 or 4 a.m., your brain isn't just alert. It's often in high gear. Problem solving, replaying memories, planning tomorrow's groceries. Sound familiar? One of the biggest mistakes we make in those moments is turning to stimulation instead of soothing. We grab our phones, scroll through TikTok or read the news, thinking we're just passing time. But every tap, every flash, every voice wakes the brain a little more. Even podcasts, especially the ones with storytelling, interviews, or music, can keep your mind too engaged to rest. Dr. Shelby Harris, a clinical psychologist and behavioral sleep specialist, says it like this: when it comes to sleep, the wrong type of sound can act like caffeine for the brain. The key isn't just noise, it's the right kind of sound, one that signals to your brain it's okay to power down. So what works? Let's start with pink noise. It's softer, deeper than white noise. Think of gentle rainfall, waves breaking on a distant shore, or the sound of wind moving through trees. Studies have shown that pink noise not only helps people fall asleep faster, but also improves memory consolidation during sleep. It works by creating a steady, non-intrusive background that masks disruptive sounds and helps your brain sync with slower restorative rhythms. Then there's guided sleep meditation, usually 5 to 10 minutes long, spoken in soft rhythmic tones. These recordings often combine breath work with visualization, a safe forest trail, a quiet lake, the warmth of sunlight on your skin. These scripts are designed to slow your thoughts and draw your attention inward, away from the clutter of the day. Evelyn tried one called Floating Downstream, a simple visualization where she imagined herself drifting in a canoe under moonlight. I never made it past the halfway mark, she told me with a smile. And then there's one more secret tool: audiobooks. Not just any audiobook. Think slow, monotone, almost storybook style readings, nature essays, quiet memoirs, old stories you've heard before. The kind of narration that doesn't demand your attention, but gently walks beside you as your body drifts back into rest. Just be sure to avoid anything with music, action, or unpredictable changes in volume, and always use a sleep timer. Set it to turn off in 15 or 20 minutes so the sound doesn't carry on and wake you again later. Here's a simple tip to try tonight. Create your own nighttime playlist. 1 or 2 pink noise tracks, a short meditation, a soft, slow audiobook, something that feels like comfort, like safety, like stillness, something that belongs to you and your night. Because your sleep deserves more than silence. It deserves softness. Let me ask you, do you have a favorite sound or voice that helps you fall asleep again? Is it ocean waves, a crackling fireplace, maybe a voice that reminds you of comfort? Share it with us in the comments. You never know. Your favorite nighttime sound might just help someone else sleep better tonight too. And if this part of the video brought you a little peace, maybe give it a like to let others know this is a space for calm. So, if you find yourself waking between 3 and 5 a.m., again, tonight, I hope you'll remember this. You are not broken. You are not doing anything wrong. This moment, this gentle, quiet hour, isn't a flaw. It's an invitation to listen, to breathe, to reconnect with the parts of you that are still whispering in the dark. Tonight, you have 5 small things you can try. Not rules, not obligations, just options. A gentle breath instead of panic, a sip of warmth instead of scrolling, a journal beside your bed instead of racing thoughts in your head, a slow stretch instead of stillness that hurts, and finally, a sound, soft and steady, that lulls your body back to safety. These aren't just habits, they're a ritual, a way to tell yourself, I am here, I am safe, I am allowed to rest. If this video helped you feel a little more understood, if even one part of it felt like it spoke to your night, go ahead and give it a like. It tells us in YouTube that you're here and that this kind of gentle support matters. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing. This space was made for women like you, for quiet conversations, gentle truths, and sleep that comes not just from exhaustion, but from peace. I'd also love to know, what's your go-to ritual when you can't sleep? Is there something you whisper to yourself, a sound you love, a motion that calms you? Share it in the comments. Let's build a little circle of wisdom right here, woman to woman, night to night. And if you'd like soft, thoughtful tips like these in your inbox each week, join our free newsletter, The Savvy Sleeper. It's where we share calm, comfort, and real stories for real women who want better rest. The link's below. I hope we'll meet there too. Until then, breathe easy, beautiful soul, and sleep well. You deserve it.